And hello everyone, welcome back. This is Chesh and I'm here with Ads and we're gonna do some Wednesday Battlegrounds.
We are.
Hey,
We are. And it's actually Wednesday.
it is Wednesday, it's an actual Wednesday. It's not a oops, no Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday plus one like it has been.
Yes, exactly.
When we forget that it's not Wednesday or Tuesday. Anyway, it's Wednesday today.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we jump in?
Fuck yeah.
There have been some changes. There was a sneaky, well, not so sneaky hotfix.
Huh.
Now, do you remember when Nagas were really strong and the key component was the siren?
Yes.
The yellow, orangey artwork buffed your whole board. They played their stuff on themselves.
Yes.
Yep. So they got rid of that on the down low and chucked in a tier 3/3 that when it dies, Death Rattle give you a coin. Seems like a fair swap, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That seems shit.
It's a good way to nerf and make Nagas pretty ordinary.
I would say
And I can assure you they're not as busted as they used to be.
hopefully not. Let's go Moloch.
Why not? Why not?
Brain the size of a planet. And all I can do is play Murloc.
What have we got in here? We've got no Nagas. Beast, Demons, Elementals, Mechs, and Murlocs.
Yeah.
Murloc lobby changes everything because Murloc the Murlocs.
Because Murlocs and poison.
And poison is fun. I guess that's the word for it.
I don't know because I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, I don't believe with fun associatable with Murloc.
No, it's not.
Where'd you go? No, you're the Murloc man.
And
the actual Murloc man. Like the Muffin Man.
So I was
you
like,
know the Muffin Man?
I guess I'm going Murlocs.
You know the Murloc Man? The Murloc Man?
Murloc man. Everybody loves the Murloc man.
Alright, who's Galacron gonna take? Oh no, he's... Oh, we got no minions. Oh. Note to self, don't take strong painkillers during the day.
No. They make you
I think
tired.
I finished work and I napped for like 3 hours. Oh, that's it. The dogs woke, kept me awake and hurt my leg last night. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, painkillers were required. Oh,
I'd say lock them outside because they're dogs, but probably not in this weather.
no, terrible. I know, right?
The rain and the
Melbourne is doing Melbourne thing.
Melbourne being ridiculously cold and hailing.
Look, it's the first day of winter. We've got to sort of like really slam that shit home, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good to get some minions in play.
All of them Murlocs. I've got all the demons. No Murlocs. You've got all the Murlocs.
You're right, I do.
You're the Murloc man.
I'm gonna call them Murloc. So you went to Pog on the weekend, right?
I didn't. I was gonna go on Friday for drafts, and I was gonna go over the weekend, and then I
wanted to hear how it was. All right.
Yeah, no, I've seen some videos. It looks like it's there's a few peeps down there. Nice. I do want to get down there at some point and say hi to Isaac.
I would have gone this weekend, except they're not WPN yet.
Yeah. It makes it awkward timing line.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating.
But I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
It was only a soft launch, so they're gonna have a big grand opening at some point. To my knowledge.
Work out.
Right.
Keep up the pressure.
You're making me yawn. You just go for a gold straight away. Yeah, let's do it. Screw it. I don't see any reason not to. Fine.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Mhm.
So, Obi-Wan.
Oh my god. I didn't expect half of that.
It's like, first
so-
episode, I was just like, yeah, we didn't need this, that's fine. And then second episode, and they're like, here's baby Leia. Well, you know, child
Alright,
Leia. And here's
Baby
Flea from the Red
Leia.
Hot Chili Peppers.
Flea was amazing, like to see Flea there.
Flea is always
But-
amazing. Like, you see him in stuff like, oh, what was I thinking of the other day? Was it RoboCop, maybe?
I think
Yeah,
you
it's just
can
like
win this thing.
random Flea appearance.
Yeah, random Flea appearance in movies and TV series is always amazing because he's just such a creeper.
So funny. So good. What I was gonna say, now this is probably I'll go to my critique before I go to like how awesome I thought everything was. Was that literally the worst chase scene in like movie and television history?
I mean the
Some
chasing
fresh
that actually
for you.
didn't need to happen at all.
Where they could have just picked her up.
Yeah.
On Alderaan.
Yeah.
Look, I look. The more we get to look at Alderaan, the better. Did you have a bit of a chuckle when Bale said, "One day you're going to look down on all these people," and just laugh to yourself and go, "Yeah, from the Death Star while they blow the planet up."
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, oh, that's the weirdest foreshadowing I've.
Yeah, I was like, oh, rough.
That moment where you just kind of tug at your collar and go, ay, 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 ay.
Oh, it's like, oh, did they just? Oh, they did. They just they did just do that.
They did. They absolutely did.
They did.
I gotta say, for a child actor, the actor who's playing, Leia,
Young Leia Organa.
yeah, was surprisingly good.
There was a lot of negative feedback about it. Did you hear the backlash because of the main cast's promise that was made?
The promise, no.
All right, so there's a promise made after Solo.
Oh,
they would never
they wouldn't
on its main
recast.
four. They'd never one of the main three.
Yeah,
I
but
think you
that's
can win this thing.
I think that's ridiculous,
They should never-
personally. Because young Han Solo in Solo was
Kathleen Kennedy should keep her fucking mouth shut. Like, saying you should never
Kathleen Kennedy.
recast a main character ever again because Solo failed. It's like, no, Solo was just bad. Like, we didn't need it. It didn't give us anything. We already know that. Yeah, we already know that Han Solo is like the bad
Nice
hero,
workout,
essentially.
Keep up the pressure.
Let's be
Yeah.
fair.
It's like yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Fucking stupid.
It's
Fucking stupid.
it's that how far is too far?
Yeah.
Like, when is it enough? Like, just stop.
It just
Please.
felt stupid. It just really felt stupid. Did you see what happened on the weekend with all the racism?
Oh my god! So Ewan McGregor, I didn't see any of it, but I saw was it a TikTok or a Facebook watch video thing or a reel or whatever they call it? Ewan McGregor basically denouncing anyone that was racist towards
Pretty much.
know.
And look, Star Wars main account even came out and said something this time, which they didn't note people that they didn't during
horrible though.
the last three movies. Just saying.
Yeah.
They finally came out and said something about how it's like, you know, there's like 10 million different species, you know, within their universe. It's like, so
Yeah.
really, if you're racist, you're not one of our fans, and you can fuck off, basically.
Oh look, I completely agree. I don't There's no place for it. There's no need for it.
Thanks, Star Wars, for pointing out the obvious. We already know that there's no place for racists.
It's like you just fuck off already.
Yeah.
Simple stuff. simple. Like, there's no ifs, buts, or maybes. It's we done with you people. We done. Did you what what do you think of the continuity issues?
There was continuity issues.
Okay, so how much of the additional supplemental material have you seen?
I don't bother with additional supplemental reading materials.
Have you watched?
I don't bother with
watched
Rebels.
Did you watch Rebels?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's a lie. I watched some, very little, because it
season
ain't my jam.
2 of Rebels. Season 2 of Rebels. The Inquisitors arrive.
Hmm.
We know those people. They're in this show.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But
So the lovely, ever so lovely, Inquisitors arrive,
Mhm.
and these people are led by someone. Now, look, it might spoiler territory at the moment.
I mean, if people haven't watched it by now, they've had.
They've had
I
sufficient
think
time,
that they've had sufficient time. Like, it's been
especially with something so big.
like 5-6 days. Came out like lunchtime on Friday, basically.
It come out early. Anyway, so the Grand Inquisitor dies in Rebels. Rebels is set 6 years after this show.
Right.
The Grand Inquisitor is alive in Rebels.
So, different Grand Inquisitor, I guess?
That's my thought. He's got a fatter head than the one in Rebels, but it could be the animation.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
It could be the
But
animation. He might not be dead.
I would say there's probably going to be more than one Grand Inquisitor that looks
My
very similar.
follow-up to that is, if he's not dead, how many people have taken a lightsaber in the guts and lived to tell the tale?
You can win this thing.
I'd imagine quite a few, right?
Have lived?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I just don't think it's one of those live to tell the tale kind of thing.
I don't know about that. Like, grand scheme of things.
Yeah. I don't know. I have my concerns.
Man, I just got put on notice by this bizarre
Galakrond?
demon Murloc deck, yeah. That wasn't fun.
Come back. How's it going out?
Galakrond just gave me a right roll spanking.
Mine.
Oh no, you got the Treant dude. He's the meanie. He's an a-hole.
He's a shadow walker.
He's what we commonly refer to as an asshole.
The gigantic festering brown asshole.
Yeah, definitely. Festering's a good one. I like.
Unbleached. Yeah, so, but look, again, Star Wars, the problem with Star Wars fans, right? And Star Trek fans, and pretty much just
Start.
like, just fucking enjoy it for what it is. Was Rebel even, like, did they say Rebels was even canon? Did they, because they removed a whole bunch of shit from canon.
Did they?
Yeah, like, all the books
No,
are
Rebels
gone.
is canon. Rebels was made by Disney.
Yeah, but all the
Wasn't
books are gone. And there was a whole bunch of other shit that they basically just
there
went
were a bunch of cool books that left. I know.
And so my point is,
No, actually, no, they can't make Rebels uncanon because the Ahsoka series is going to be
you can
the droid from Rebels
none of that
is in
matters.
Ahsoka.
But none of that matters. You can still uncanon that.
I'll bugger
Because
off.
they're still gonna have to explain where the fucking droid comes from, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
Like, they're gonna have to explain some of Ahsoka's backstory. So
Good battle,
you can
friend.
absolutely remove Rebels from canon and still have shit be fine. Like, Bad Batch won't. You can't remove Bad Batch because it is a current ongoing series. You know what? That's a good question. Let me have a quick look. Let's go. Let's see here. Is Star Wars Rebels
Best ever.
canon?
Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
Wow.
Is it canon or legend? You know, use stuff before.
All the stuff I really love is Legends, unfortunately.
Yeah. But you mean like the fucking Star Wars holiday special?
Not quite the holiday special, but sure.
Every
You mean I
time,
like Caravan of Courage?
every time somebody says to me like, "Oh yeah, you know, like, um, Legends is my jam and blah blah blah," and I always go back to holiday special, huh? And then just go, "Oh," and I'm like, "Well, I mean, you said it. Like, you either like it or you don't. It's up to you, really."
It's not the
Yeah, this
strong,
is true. This
but
is
it'll
true.
fight
This is true.
hard.
Okay, so let's have a quick look here. All right, so Star Wars canon is supposed to include obviously all of the movies, Rogue One,
Oh,
Solo,
the movies?
yep.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, and The Mandalorian. So Rebels is apparently canon. But in saying that, I don't fucking care. I just don't like.
That's fine.
I'd be more looking towards like, have they made a mistake in the show? Like a continuity error that takes me out of the show. Because like,
that chase scene in episode 1 took me out of the show.
yes, that was a bad chase scene. And it didn't need to happen. Like, all you needed was for Leia to go into the forest and Flea to go, you know, to be there with his crew and just go like, yeah, you're coming with us.
Yeah, that's all.
it.
That's literally it.
But they wanted to show like, oh, Leia's a fighter. Look at how much of a fighter Leia is. It's like,
You know what it showed? It showed that Flea's crew of bad guys, if you put a stick in front of them, they can't get past it.
and they completely
What do you mean
expendable.
it's free? How am I going to get around that?
Yeah, I just got smashed, by the way. Absolutely
You got
smashed.
fooled. By who?
I don't fucking know.
By Treebeard, probably.
The problem is that once you get smashed, you can't check.
Oh, that's definitely an issue.
I have so many issues with fucking Hearthstone. So many. Like that time I just couldn't get to 4 fast enough.
I hate it when you just sort of that little bit behind and you just feel like
Useless.
you're not going to get there.
And it just comes down to like the randomization of the board. Like, should have been able to get there, but just refreshed and was not getting anything good. Garbage. Anyway, the point I was gonna make about hashtag not solo.
Hashtag not solo. You mean the recasting?
Yeah. Yep.
They can make look. I was actually I'm happy with someone recasting Luke in a current day setting, like in the Mandalorian,
Well,
the way
this is
they
the
were.
point, right? Like, okay, so
And they got away with that because it was actually a digital version of Mark Hamill with Mark doing the voice, right?
yeah, exactly, right?
We can't do a digital version of Carrie Fisher and just have it be a mute.
No, exactly. And I mean, deepfake can be done, which is easy enough. And probably wouldn't be too jarring. But would you want to do that? Like, is there a reason to
Give
do
someone
that?
a chance to shoot their shot, do some digital creativity with it. As long as it looks good and feels good in the story, it's fine.
Except you don't need to. Like, Luke had a very specific role to play within The Mandalorian. So that I understand, right?
Yes, yes.
And
very, very, very specific. Yeah.
This is another one of those specific situations, right? Like, but I feel like, and I guess we'll see how the series shakes out because Darth Vader is going to get involved at some point. We know that. We also know that, you know, Vader does live after this anyway, so that's a bit concerning. So, what we're left with is, why? Like, why do we need this storyline? That's the thing that they should be thinking about. Not like... So, hang on. Let me break this down a bit further. So fans love to win. They really do. Right?
Yeah, you're right. I've got nothing.
And when it comes to this storyline, people are like, "Oh, but Kathleen Kennedy said she wasn't gonna allow like recasting." That's not what you should be looking at, people. Like that's fine. What you should be looking at is, does this storyline do anything? We didn't need to have the kidnapped child to bring out, Obi-Wan. Like you fucking literally did it in the first episode where you had a guy who was a Jedi who you seem to have captured, and then somehow it escaped you, which you later killed, but you already had this Jedi, and like somehow you didn't torture him enough so you didn't know that fucking Obi-Wan was on the planet, but there's another Jedi on the planet.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like,
I'm with you.
You could have used that as your
I can't believe they gave that Jedi a name.
Yeah. And
well,
that's the thing.
It's like, oh my god.
So you could have used that as a well, we know Obi-Wan's here, right?
Yeah.
And then have them like front up to Obi-Wan and be all like, hey, we know that you've got family or something on this planet. We've seen you like watching over them. We're gonna kill them all unless you come with us. And instead, have it as a breakout thing. Have it as Obi-Wan needs to escape from these people. No lightsaber. All he's got is his like old skills that he hasn't used in forever and doesn't know if they're gonna work. And you can just do so much more with it rather than being all like, well, it's Obi-Wan, he's powerful and stuff, but we gotta have like, the other child involved. Oh, you don't.
But I thought, how Disney have that knack of subverting expectation?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was brilliant the way it was like it went the way everyone kind of thought it was going to go. And then all of a sudden you're an Alderaan.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's nice. We get to see this place before it gets blown to
smithereens. Because I can't remember any movie where we've really seen Alderaan. Or anything. Like, I don't think we've ever seen Alderaan in quote unquote the flesh. So that was nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have still have even done that in a different way, where maybe Obi-Wan has to planet hop between different planets to escape from the Inquisitor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
I just feel like there's just so much more you could have done rather than like putting Leia in there anyway. But like people want to whinge that there was a recasting, and it's like, whinge for the right reasons. Like,
yeah, I'm down with that. That makes
absolutely whinge for the right reasons. Don't whinge because you don't like X, Y, and Z in your Star Wars. Don't whinge because
like whinging. Isn't that the
yeah?
Whinge for whinging's sake. Little whinging.
Yeah, whinge for the right reasons.
But yeah, no, I think all the shit that goes on outside the show, and look, the fans can be brutal and rough and critical because they perceive Star Wars their own little way. And look, people our age see Star Wars very differently to the younger people. Younger people grew up with The Phantom Menace being the first Star Wars movie they saw. And unfortunately, they're going to be people that saw The Force Awakens as their first movie.
That's fine. I didn't mind The Force Awakens personally. I didn't mind those movies. I think that they were
the middle one that did my head in. But anyway.
Yeah. The second one was the real trash one. It's, Luke tossing lightsaber over his shoulder and yeah, pretty much just being all like, the Force, nah, it's dead, mate. Don't worry about it. Like, Jedi fucking.
I don't know. 4 episodes to go. Disney have just basically gone, no, this isn't the story of Obi-Wan watching over Luke. We know that happens. And it'd be boring to set a bunch of shit on Tatooine again after we've just done the Book of Boba Fett, right?
Well, and that's the other thing.
Let's have a different adventure. Let's give Obi-Wan a reason to leave Tatooine, and let's have some fun with it.
I have a weird question. Where does this fit in with the timeline of The Mandalorian?
Ooh, good question. In what context?
Well, so like,
It's Mando. Mando's post Jedi, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's post Return of the Jedi because Jedi Luke comes in.
Yeah, well, that's boring.
Yeah, it's post. Oh, you had me there for a sec. Come on.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, I was like, how can you spice this up? Like,
Oh, look, I think they've got room to be spicy. I think Vader's their spice.
Vader's definitely spicy, but Vader's going to have to come in on probably episode 4.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean
I can't
Obi-Wan has
imagine
been.
that Vader will come in on 3, but the fact that Obi-Wan has just been told, like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, Anakin, Vader, yeah, he's alive and we know about it.
Well, and that's the thing. Like people are like, how do they know he was Anakin Skywalker? Well,
Well,
for those that haven't been paying attention, the Inquisitors, we've got a little bit more information. Were former Jedi
which I think
or being
is,
trained as Jedi.
I think that is amazing. Like, to finally have them, like, front up and say, yeah, look, the Inquisitors, yeah, they used to be Jedi. We sort of know that. I made a post.
Is that where would they have come from? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly. I think,
they didn't just appear after the Jedi were wiped out.
yeah.
What a coincidence!
If I can find it, because I made a TikTok on, I think it was Darth Remus, because I was saying, like, if I wanted to see Keanu Reeves come into Star Wars, it would be as Darth Remus. Because Darth Remus is the Jedi turned Sith turned Jedi turned Sith turned, like, whatever the fuck he wanted to be after that.
Mm.
In a while.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get hammered by the Miller. I have literally got a 100% boss right here. There's no way I beat it. That's okay. I'll take second. I'll happily take second.
I'll find the post. I'll look at you dying.
I died.
Darth Revan? Darth Revis.
Vader.
Darth Raven. That's it. Darth Revan.
Raven?
No, Revan.
Raven. Raven.
What are we doing, Battle?
Alright. Accept.
Okay, so Revan is a fictional character in the Star Wars franchise, created for BioWare's 2003 role-playing video game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
And just looks badass with the two different colored lightsabers. One's purple and one's red, which is...
Isn't Samuel L. Jackson the only one that's allowed to have a...
Yes, that's fine though. There's other ways to do it. Make it pink. Who cares? All right. So I'm gonna give everyone just a little bit of a where could we want to be off? Mr. Bigglesworth.
I think I'm just going to go tickets.
Let's go with Brucan. Oh, I didn't see what.
I'll go tickets.
What creatures do we have in this?
We have demons, dragons, elementals, mechs, and Murloc.
Fresh opponents. Are you ready?
Right. element. So Regan was a Sith Lord.
Mhm.
The namesake of the Sith Eternal Army's Third Legion. Blah 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 blah.
Until the
Significance.
I'm
Sith. Blah 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 blah. Don't care about that. Already know that.
They pulled their weight.
I mean, it's always pulled about.
My minions are cooked. Yeah. But they're doing some Old Republic stuff, aren't they?
They are.
The Star Wars Celebration was also on over the weekend, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Like I've seen some clips and bits and bobs, and like they did an Ahsoka reveal. They already did the trailer for Ahsoka or something. A few new shows have been announced, which actually look pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think Star Wars is an interesting part. Okay, that's a nice way I'm gonna. Interesting part.
And I was gonna look up the Raven stuff, but this.
And this is the thing, like finding all the stuff in the Star, even through the Star Wars wiki stuff. It's just what's canon, what's legends, what's fan fiction.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like Raven's backstory was like super interesting, and he was already proposed to be in something and was cut. Like Dave Filoni was talking about how they had to cut him out of Clone Wars or something or other, and I was just like, but that's like fine, that's great, that's fantastic. Get Keanu Reeves. But he's the one that allegedly defeated the leader of the Mandalore on the planet of Mandalore. So it's just like,
yeah.
And then later on was tempted to the dark side. So he did that when he was a Jedi.
Yeah,
awesome.
There's a lot of story room there. I guess that's pretty.
Going out there.
Yeah, that's enticing, isn't it?
You way down. You all the way down the bottom. Yes, I go for more bombers, to be honest.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
But yeah, so I was thinking about it. And I was like, we know the Mandalorian's going to go to Mandalore to reclaim his honor.
I really hope he does.
And it would be cool if that's where maybe he encounters Revis before Revis is Revan. Would be fun. And then you could have like the hero turns dark saga for Revan, which is something I would love to see, because I'm kind of a bit sick of seeing like, oh, here's all these heroes, aren't they great?
The thing is, balancing. They need to balance. I get the need. I get I get why they do it.
I get it, but fucking stop it.
I need to balance the Skywalker saga with new content, because it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like people, the older generation or the core fan base tunes out unless there's nostalgia in there. Everything with nostalgia built into it succeeds.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
it shouldn't but it's one of those things. It's just
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, it's gonna happen.
But I think going way, way, way into the archives and going back to the old Republic, like way, way back before all of our heroes and those heroes before them were born, and there's nothing that links.
Well, isn't that one of the things that they were talking about with the Taika Waititi movie? Is it like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be before everything?
Yep.
So that to me is like that's exciting, right?
And look, I trust Taika Waititi. He's amazing.
He is, but
Uh-oh. There's always a but.
there's always a but. I absolutely love Taika Waititi and everything that he's made. Almost everything he's made. Hunt for the Wilder People. But I have
I know what you mean.
I have a small problem. It's a very small problem. It's a tiny little whittle problem. At the end of the day, what exactly is he going to bring to Star Wars? Right? Because like
excitement.
have we seen him do anything that is fun and exciting but doesn't lean heavily on total humor?
You know, you're supposed to say, when I say adventure and excitement, you're supposed to say a Jedi craves not these things, right?
No, I understand that, but I am neither Jay, nor am I Alec Guinness. So no.
All right. I'm doing my best Alec Guinness impression right now. There's my next nitpick. Obi-Wan. So in 10 years, Obi-Wan goes from looking like Ewan McGregor does now to Sir Alec Guinness.
There's been so much talk about that. There's been
Those two sons
so much.
doing some work.
And you know what? I don't care. I'm fine with that.
I just think it's funny.
The amount of people who were complaining about it and going like, must have had a really heavy time in 10 years. And I'm like, yeah.
He's not Johnny Knoxville.
He's living on a desert planet. He's working at a meatery, for God's sake. Like, he's cutting up pieces of, like, weird meat. He's living in the desert. Like, that's gonna age you. That is gonna age you.
Yeah.
Like,
let's be real.
He's probably off screen drinking every night to get to sleep. To try and forget Order 66. Let's be honest.
Turn this around.
He's not having a pleasant fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't it? Yeah. Order 66 did a number on him, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Poor Obi. Feel bad for the guy.
He chose his side.
It's the right side.
That's up for interpretation.
Oh, I know.
That wouldn't
I'm
make
waiting for that.
all the
Look, the
difference.
Sith are bad, don't get me wrong. But are they really as bad as the Jedi?
Oh my god.
I've heard that so many fucking times now, it's hilarious.
Right, I have the high ground.
I'm not finding the good dragons. I don't know how I'm alive currently. Oh, I'm going to be against you. Alright, well.
Well, this has been fun. That is trash.
But yeah, so I don't know. I just...
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Like, everyone jumps on board to go, oh, rah, rah, rah. Problem. Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just like, can't you just fucking enjoy something? Like, can't
Enjoy
you just like sit back and
Literally,
go, yeah, like the inconsistencies in canon, which are very fucking minor, they matter, really. Like, you're not fucking up something that's massive in the canon, right? Like, you're not fucking up a main character that matters right now.
So, and that's the point. So, all right, we'll wind it back. We'll wind it back all the way back to this show, rather than all the people surrounding the show that are being critical. I quite enjoyed it. Episode 1, I called my friend afterwards. and we laughed about the layered chase scene through the woods.
Mm.
And I said, if I was in charge of those goons, or Flea for that matter, like they were already surrounding her,
Yeah.
and she got away. What
She
the
just
hell?
managed to get away. And
It was
that's,
hilarious.
I kind of think that was supposed to show, like, her,
Yeah. Her skill?
well, not just her skill, but her latent abilities within the Force. Like, I feel that was what it was supposed to be saying.
It didn't convey that message
No.
at all.
Instead, it was just
But
ridiculous.
I had a chuckle about it, and I said, and then the episode ended, and I'm like, wow. I came out going, wow, this isn't going to be a Luke story. That's it.
Which is nice, because
Raging out there.
Do you know, like, it felt good to say that, though.
just really don't want to see any more of Luke right now. I've seen enough
Well,
of Luke.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've gotten to that point with Luke where I'm just like, can we not and say we did?
Well, it's the Skywalker saga thing all over again, right?
Well, yeah, and that's why they were saying that they're, moving away from Skywalker saga into something new and different. Great.
New and exciting.
Let's stick to that fucking plan then, shall we? Let's not fuck around with that.
It's I don't know what the solution is, to be honest.
Oh, we go.
But yeah, I don't know. But it was a refreshing. Like, watched episode 1, even though they were back to back. I took a break. Thought it was fantastic. Was a bit curious about the Jedi. I'm like, oh, is that an important Jedi? And then he was dead. Not important Jedi. Noted.
You can make a comeback.
And then like they leave Tatooine, and I'm like, this is where the adventure begins. This is actually going to be new. This is not going to be the same story we've been exposed to forever and a day.
Yeah.
And I thought that was good. I thought that was
But this also
I thought that was-
this feels very much like the Star Wars that we've been getting, but still has an air of difference about it, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
Because it's still the reluctant hero, but
Is that a crate dragon that he's cutting up in episode 1?
probably. The only thing with this, again, I'm coming back to like episode 1 of this felt kind of not
they're
great to me.
Not great.
Not great. No.
Sure.
Felt,
But it's allowed to do that, right?
and that's what I was gonna say. Felt not really what I wanted, but I will absolutely take it because it was fine. Doesn't need to be amazing. It just needs to be
Yeah.
fine. It was.
And it was. And that was the that was the big takeaway. It was like, you know what? I want to see the next bit of that. I just want to see the next bit. I want to see the next bit of the next episode.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what I'm doing with this deck.
I actually don't know how I'm second at the moment. Although I
I'm
might have to
actually
go drag.
third. I don't know how that happened. Lower
Yeah.
than that with my shitty board.
I think of the Jabari in Black Panther. I don't know why when I see Bruckham.
They're the mountain dwellers
The ones that are in the mountains.
based on the apes.
I think you can win this thing.
Battlegrounds guy. He's got a big dude. Oh, that's not good. Didn't kill me. That's fine. I gotta kill him. That's awesome. Delightful. Of
Warning, we have a Murloc poison player.
course we do. Murloc lobby. That's why I'm like, I hate the fact that I'm dragon, but I might, if I can scale quick enough and get to a Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Divine shield shenanigans happening.
Whew. Well, at least it didn't go down to him. That was,
You and I, this is going to be fun.
yeah. I don't have anything good.
Awkward.
It's switch.
Yuck. Why did I do that? Because I'm silly. I need another.
That's weird.
Just save that. Doesn't need. Whatever. We'll rock and roll and see how this eventuates. You had a draw against the top player.
Hmm? Yeah, I did.
I beat up the guy that's second last, so this is not as. I don't think our strengths are comparable. I think you're. I actually think you're probably favored in this.
Okay. We'll see how this goes.
But you survived the Murloc guy.
You can win this
I'm impressed.
I did. I managed to like only give one of his Murlocs poison as well, so
Oh no, this is
yeah,
a favorite
it's not
for
good
me.
for me.
The press store's doing work.
You get all the ones that I really want.
Yeah, I got offered a Caligo for my first 6-drop that I've tripled into. I kind of had to go
Bad. Oh my
wagon. Battlecry.
Oh, you left me on 3 health. Oh.
If it make you feel any better, there's a chance you died.
Yourself back up and
That doesn't make me feel any better.
No, I imagine it wouldn't.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble. I didn't like
No.
that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Sell.
Still don't think I'm strong enough, but I'm in the fight.
Like this? I see.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to the next to see where this story of Obi-Wan goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy with it so far, like enjoying it, and just like being immersed in the Star Wars universe again.
Yeah, like again, as I was saying, like it's certainly different, but not bad different. Like I'm not having
Go ahead and
regrets.
hire one of these.
Like I'm just going like, yeah,
Oh.
this is cool. Like I like this.
I want to jump there. I'm like, I'm on board. Let's take this ride. This ride will be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm I'm actually I'm keen to see how quickly Obi-Wan gets his powers back is probably the wrong way to say it, but reattunes himself with the Force.
Yes.
But I'm also very curious to see the interactions between Vader and the Inquisitor. Because I think that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's gonna be real weird. Oh, I'm dead.
So I wasn't sure how and if, you know what I mean, like they were linked.
Yeah, especially considering that they seem to want to curry favor with Darth Vader. So clearly he is like
He's a factor.
yeah.
which was not part of canon at all.
No. And the fact that we absolutely know that Vader is going to make an appearance, you know, and it doesn't sound like a small thing. It sounds like it's going to be quite the large, like, you know, hey, here's your Vader.
It's like Lord Vader has returned, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
it's on.
I mean, considering that Hayden Christensen, or whatever the fuck his name is, has been doing like a lot, and I mean
He's doing like a massive
yeah,
hasn't he?
Yeah. Because apparently he's going to be in Ahsoka as well.
Yes.
So that's like a double down on like, holy crap, that's amazing.
So that confirms a couple of things. Because everyone was curious as to how Ahsoka was going to interact. Because Rebels makes sense. Because that's pre-Ep4. Because she appears in The Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
And is like on the planet with Luke and all the rest of it.
Yes.
When he started his academy, which is interesting. But her story, her television show story, starts somewhere else, which is different to what I thought it might be. And I just think that's going to be a fun ride, to say the least. I think I like what Disney have done so far, and I hope they keep going.
Yeah.
Like they're doing all right.
Those kids, they're doing okay, right?
They're spending that Disney money good.
So much Disney money. So much.
What do I do here? Battle cry. Battle cry. Lisa needs faces. Sorry. I don't know why I think of the dental plan thing.
Fucking Dutton. Oh my god.
Voldemort?
Mr. Potato Head. So he did a press conference talking about that he made a mistake in relation to the apology, because he pretty much just thought it was like tokenistic, and that's why he walked out, and that was based on his own background and experience, blah blah blah. And SBS like did an article on it and posted a picture, and I just responded with, does he realize he only has one flag in the background?
Oh my god.
Because he's happy to speak to the Albanese government about the Voice of Parliament thing for Indigenous Australians. It's like, I want there to be practical solutions, and I want to work with the government to deliver those. And it's like, yeah, that's not the only mistake you made, buddy. Like, you've taken out 2 flags from behind you for no good reason. I just left the Australian flag. Like, showing exactly how fucking racist you are.
Look, they're in tatters at the moment. Did you hear that Labor did form a majority government?
Yeah, they did.
76 seats.
And some of the Liberals were whinging because they got kicked out of like top paying jobs for Labor people. It's like, yeah, hey, because if you're going to be the other side of the government and you haven't been in there for like 10 years and everything's fucked, then the Prime Minister's going to pull every motherfucker out and just go, you know what? We need to fix the entire country.
Get rid of it all. Burn them anyway.
Yeah. Like I was saying to somebody the other day, I was like, Liberals really fucked us. Like, we're heading towards a really bad recession. Renewable energy wasn't delivered, was never even really looked at. We're about to have, like, energy costs going through the roof from wholesale because, you know, we've sold off all of our natural fucking assets to foreign countries who just like charge whatever the fuck they want. There's so much shit. It's like, yeah, I think Australians are just kind of fucking done with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we're over it. I think we're all truly over it. I'll freeze that. It's got some good battle cries there. Let's see how we go. Doesn't matter. We've got ice block. Love it. Sitting on 1 health with an ice block.
I love ice block so much.
Kill off the Murloc player quicker. But that's done that little bit more damage. Murloc player wouldn't be there.
Needed.
Oh, so much planned for the weekend?
I have let's see, Friday night is the release of Commander Legends 2. There'll be pre-release draft over at Kraken.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, I'm going off to a My Hero Academia free tournament.
Nice.
Where the store owner was like, hey, everyone who turns up, it's going to be free. I'm going to give everyone a promo pack and a booster pack for turning up. And it's like, oh, I'm going to be there for a free promo pack. Like, I don't really care about the booster packs, but
yeah,
free promo pack, yes, please.
Delicious.
It's
Delicious.
super delicious at that.
Bye-bye, Reno. Nice knowing you. Yeah, we're going to try and kill the Murloc guy. I would like another Reaver so I can find some space.
Mm-hmm.
I need a spot. I need a spot. But, I won't take all three.
What are you doing on the weekend?
I'm playing some board games actually. Got a friend coming around. We're gonna tackle some Marvel Champions.
Ooh, is that a deck building card game?
That is the one.
Fucking love deck builders. Just saying.
It's I really enjoy it actually. Yeah, it's dope. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
I don't think I've really come across a bad deck builder yet, to be honest. I know there's a couple out there.
Yeah.
But all the DC ones I've played have been good. All the Marvel ones I've played have been pretty good. I don't like the Star Quest or Star Crusade, whatever they are. Like the Star ones are just a bit too competitive because they're 1v1s.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather like a co-op or co-op adjacent. The Marvel ones are all definitely by far my favorite. Especially the ones that have like the shield agents. Where it's just like I'll just build up my combos and I'll just like flatten all of the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't played one in maybe like 2 years because of the pandemic, which sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. Oh my god, that's not fair.
Look at all those poisoning Murlocs.
Poison Murlocs, eh? I've got a 7% chance of winning this fight. And you know what?
It's gonna happen. Yep.
Take that 7%. Bang, bang, bang. There's the dragons dominating, as they should.
As they should. There you go. Look at that. We ended up with you in first place.
Nice.
And we're right on time. Quite literally, 7:02.
702, bang. Been awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
All right. Do you have anything that you need to plug?
We are running a promotion on Twitter for the You Can't Comp This podcast. This week is week 3. So if you didn't win the first 2 weeks, get to the Twitter, do whatever the post says to do, because I can't remember for the life of me. I know we're doing it this week. Slab will be doing it the week after. And then there's another one. I can't remember what the last one is. But probably get our YouTube up at some point, try and run a promotion to get our YouTube shared. But which is where you can sort of watch the video version of the show. I don't know if you'd want to see Russell and I's face, but sometimes we have guests and you might want to see them. What else? What else are we doing? Oh, we've also got a second sponsor. I don't know the details, but EJ Cards out in the east have jumped on board
EJ.
as a as a sponsor.
EJ.
EJ Cards. They were at we spoke to them at the hobby hangout, and yeah, Russell's been doing deals.
Doing them deals. Getting
Deals.
them
But
deals made.
and then watching the NBA playoffs because I want to see Stephen Curry get another Finals MVP and the Warriors, the long-suffering Warriors fans, get a another chip.
Ooh.
But yes, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I'm
anything
gonna
else?
say if you don't want to be triggered by coffee on expensive sports cards, definitely don't go and look at you can't comp this from 2 days ago. Just saying.
Oh, triggered by expensive sports cards.
All those one of ones with coffee all over them.
Oh, that. Oh no, I saw that
Including
post. Oh
a
my
trout.
god.
I was just like, I looked at it and I was like, nah, I have to close Twitter. Because I've
it's
done
just
that
like-
before, not with one of ones obviously, but I have absolutely sunk cards into coffee accidentally. And a keyboard.
Yeah. I think we've all had an experience where at the time the card was worth a lot to us, and we've damaged it.
I mean, at the time the card was worth a lot.
Yeah. Oh, no. But I mean, as a 15-year-old, a $50 card is worth a lot to you, right?
Well, I mean, I guess.
But it's just like everyone's had that feeling.
I
but
was working at that
also play
stage,
it by a
so
lot.
not really. Because when
Yeah,
I was
I say
15, I was
by a lot.
doing the PCYC every weekend, where I was doing Sunday sales at the market.
You had an income. I had an income.
I was running my store before I was technically running CCG Tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's they're not the people that are going to drop $1 million on a Stephen Curry in the next 20 years, though.
But what I was gonna say is at you can't comp this, that $50 SGC voucher is going to be randomly given away to someone who follows, likes, and comments on the tweet, which is pinned at the moment.
Nice.
And also just tell them what card you'll send in if you win. Mine was the PMG Red, Precious Metal Gems Red of Quicksilver to 100. Because even though it does have some signs of damage, thank you, Upper Deck, when it came directly from them, you pieces of shit, so it'll probably get like a 9 or a 9.5 if I'm lucky. I'd still submit it because it's a PMG. And I don't have a graded PMG, and I think that would be super sweet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think I've already tweeted a response and said I would get my Kobe Bryant closing statements graded if I wasn't ineligible.
Oof. Yeah, you can close that statement, that's for sure.
Yes.
Other than that, what do I have to pimp? No content coming this weekend unless I do maybe a deck tech for my hero, which is possible. We'll see what happens. Commander next week on Saturday at 11 is going to be a thing right here on this channel. Other than that, I don't have anything like that. That's pretty much it.
Oh, congratulations to both of us for getting the day right this week.
Yeah, and for my electricity my internet not going out. My electricity not going out.
Yes, we've done well.
Yeah,
we've done well. We should try this again next week.
Yeah, we should absolutely try this again next week. Okay, I should go off and cook food. Thank you, Adam, for playing. Thank you for everyone at home for watching this, or for people of you. And we'll catch you next week.